Hello, I'm Brandy Butler, founder of ProminentAndProfitable.com. Are you a speaker, author, or coach who's wanting to make a big difference in this world? Well, if so, you better be willing to make a big splash. There are 7 billion people in this world, and out of those 7 billion, 1 billion of those people can be found as a captive audience on iTunes. Now, let me ask you this. What would it look like for you and your business if you were able to captivate just 0.5% of that 1 billion listeners? You guessed it, that would look like 5 million people. Now, if you have 5 million people listening to you and paying attention to you, and out of that 5 million, 1% of those people decided to become your customer, how many people would that be? That would be 50,000 customers. Now, if you had 50,000 customers and you had one product with an average price point of $199, how much revenue would that generate for you? That would generate nearly $10 million in revenue. Now, even if you wanted to take the modest approach and take just 25% of the example that I just gave you, you could still realistically create nearly $2.5 million in revenue. When I think about speakers, authors, and coaches who are not leveraging one of the world's largest platforms, an audience that has proven that they will be captive, engaging, an audience that has proven that they will go out and visit your website, that they have purse power and are willing to buy from you, it gets me so fired up. If you were to take my advice about starting your podcast in less than 21 days, you would be well on your way to moving and inspiring that captive 1 billion listener audience. The difference between now and 21 days is the opportunity to increase your web traffic, increase your profitability, and most importantly, increase how you touch the planet. I'm going to give you 3 steps right now to get you activated. Number 1, batch record your podcast episodes. Select one day out of the month that you record all of your podcast episodes for the following month. This will allow you to maximize your time. Number 2, make sure that you take full advantage of the iTunes new and noteworthy category. You only get 8 weeks in this category, and you want to be sure that you have a strategy in place so that you can dominate during this critical first 8 weeks. Number 3, podcasting does not have to be stressful or time intensive if you have the proper processes and systems put in place around it. Most people will allow the time factor to prohibit them from ever even starting their podcast, but I don't want that to happen to you. Here's my commitment to you. I want you to be the superstar of your field, the czar of your industry. I want to make sure that you have a top-rated podcast. The difference between success and failure is people's willingness to do something they've never done before in order to have something that they've never had before. The average speaker, author, or coach does not have a podcast. Will you be that different one? Will you be that shining light? Each quarter, I take on 25 podcasting projects. I want you to be one of those. I get your show up and running in 21 days. I take away the worry and I take away the stress. I project manage your podcast to ensure that you have a show that has the capability of being prominent and profitable from day one. With over 15 years IT project management experience and being a former top-rated podcast host myself, I am the perfect individual to help you get your podcast started. If you're interested in finding out what the investment would look like in order to get your show listened to and exposed to that 1 billion person audience, simply look at the details below. If you look below, you can see the details of what your investment would look like for you to potentially touch 1 billion subscribers in the iTunes world and convert those listeners into your clients, the people that you get to touch, the people that you get to impact on a daily basis. Look, I know your mission is big. I know your calling is necessary. I also know that I'm the one who is here to help you make an even bigger difference in this world. Email me now, Brandy@prominentandprofitable.com to reserve your spot. Keep shining your genius, and I'll see you at the top. Bye-bye.